Welcome to How to Share, a podcast that takes a deep dive into collaboration. I'm Wynne, and in this episode, Vicki Atkinson and I are with author, powerhouse, and president of Walking with Anthony, Micki Purcell. Micki tells of the diving accident 15 years ago that resulted in her son Anthony's spinal cord injury. It was the beginning of their journey into understanding the physical, mental, and financial challenges that come with spinal cord injuries, as well as their wholehearted advocacy for anyone with a spinal cord injury. Walking with Anthony is the go-to organization to help individuals and families who are forever changed by this type of injury. Micki talks about how they make a difference with a personal touch and recovery through rehab. She tells us how Anthony is doing now, and we get to hear heartwarming stories about how all of their large family is involved with Walking with Anthony. Micki's hands-on advocacy will grip and delight you. Micki tells us about their Stand Up for a Cause event in Newport Beach on October 24th. The event will honor courageous medical staff doing incredible spinal cord injury work and Tony Award-winning actress Ali Stoker. September is Spinal Cord Injury Awareness Month, and 2025 marks the 35th anniversary of the Americans with Disability Act. Vicki and I are so grateful to be able to bring you this episode to honor both. This is a powerful episode that will inspire and touch you. We know you'll love it. Hi, Micki.
Hello.
It's so good to be with you. You have such a powerful story, and you impact so many lives with your Walking with Anthony Foundation.
Well, thank you. I'm excited to be here today with you guys.
Yeah, your
Our
son
pleasure.
Anthony was injured 15 years ago. Can you tell us that story?
Yeah, Anthony was in Miami at the Super Bowl with a bunch of his friends, and he was staying at the Shore Club in South Beach, and he decided to take a swim in the ocean, and he ran in, dove in, and hit a sandbar. Luckily, his cousin was standing there watching him, and as he was floating, he thought it was a joke. Then he realized, hey, this kid's hurt. And he ran in and picked him up and saved his life. And he was rushed to Jackson Memorial, and he had a spinal cord injury, and our lives changed in a split of a second.
Right. And he didn't live in Miami. He was just visiting.
No, he lived in Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
Yep. He lived in Fort Lauderdale, and I was in California at the time, and I flew right away to Miami, turned my car around on the 405, heading to a golf tournament. Luckily got on the plane and got there in time for him to open his eyes and see that I was there. So I was at his side for 7 years. I didn't leave it. I did everything I could to get him back. And luckily, after a long time of rehab, stem cell, he is now had a baby, he's married, he's running a company, he's driving, he got his life back. You can't put a price on that. 6 months into his injury, I realized that people needed help. I'm a very strong person. I put my mind on something, I get things done. When I was in rehab, I saw that these parents were fragile. They didn't know what to do. Insurance does not cover this horrific injury. You're thrown to the curb in 21 days. So they didn't know what to do. I decided to start Walking with Anthony for two reasons. One, I knew these people needed help, and I knew I could probably bring help to them. Number two, my son was on suicide sites, and I knew I had to get his brain on something else besides killing himself. So I decided to start this charity, didn't know anything about a charity, a 501(c), knew nothing. I just hired an attorney, papered it up, and the rest is history. I've taken baby steps. I started having events throughout the country, helping people, researching, finding out the best rehabs, where to get the best equipment, where to get the best caregivers. So if anyone gets hurt in the country, whether it's Seattle, Washington, or whether it's New York City, I know where to send them. I know what the best rehabs. It's sad that rehab is not covered. It's $125 an hour. It's very expensive. but I know where to send them. Not only do we know where to send these people and help them, we mentor them. It's a very tragic accident. It affects everyone in the family. Everyone's life changes. It's just horrific. And it's sad that it's such an expensive recovery and insurance doesn't cover it.
Yeah.
So Walking with Anthony has become the 911 charity. Christopher Reeve Foundation and Miami Project raise millions for research. If somebody gets hurt out there, we are the ones they call now. We get 30 applications a month. We used to get 2 a month. We are known out there. If we can't help you, I'll mentor you. There's a Seal Beach lifeguard, 20 years old, dove in the ocean a month ago, paralyzed. I just physically met with his parents. I'm steering them how to go, where to go, what to do, how to do it. They don't need, they are lucky that they do have the money to get their son back, but they don't know what to do. So it's most people don't have the money, but it's just we're helping as many people as we can.
But I think that's what sets you apart and what you and Anthony are doing, because it's just very clear. It's personal, it's thoughtful. We're going to fill the gaps. We're going to spend the time with you to hear the stories, to hear the vulnerability. It's so personal. And it's clear that has given you purpose, but more importantly, it gave Anthony purpose.
Anthony is so involved in this charity now. When I first told him we're going to start a charity, I don't want to tell you what he said. He thought I was nuts. He is so involved, and he mentors. He talks people out of suicide. Like this lifeguard he's going to talk to this week. He's in Colorado at a great hospital, Craig's Hospital in Colorado. But Anthony is very involved, and I think he's a better person today than he was. This really turned into very positive for our entire family. My family's close-knit. I have 10 brothers and sisters, 46 nieces and nephews. Everybody's involved in this. And he was lucky he had the support system he had. A lot of people get hurt. They're alone. They're lonely. They don't know what to do. So, I mean, Anthony, I tell him every day, you're one of the lucky ones that got hurt. It's not easy for him. He wrote me a letter the other day explaining everything he goes to on a daily basis, because I kind of forgot. And he makes it look easy. But if you read this letter, you would understand the struggles that they go through. Everybody from every organ in their body is affected, not only physically, mentally, but their organs. So it's a tough injury, very tough.
Yeah.
Well, your focus is on helping people with spinal cord injuries move forward and redefining what recovery from a spinal cord injury looks like. Can you explain some of those issues and progress that affect spinal cord injury patients?
Once you get out of the hospital, ICU, you typically will go into the rehab center at the hospital, outpatient. And they teach you basic ways to get around. But what they need rehab from a facility that specializes in spinal cord, that's more aggressive, that really understands the spine, the injury, and it's a long process, but there's light at the end of the tunnel. You can get stronger, you can get healthier, you can get more independent. At our event this year, I have a gentleman who was hurt very badly. He's a C4-5, and I sent him to a wonderful rehab center, and he's going to be walking across the stage.
Wow.
You're going to see a video of him in ICU and all the baby steps and everything he went through to get where he is today. The one thing you need mentally is you need the desire to get better. You got to have that desire to get in there, get stronger, healthier, better every day. Like Anthony would explain to people, look, little baby steps. When he was able to hold a drink in his hand, we cheered. When he took the razor for the first time in his hand, little teeny steps. It's not going to happen overnight. This injury takes a long time for recovery. But if you have the patience and the willing and the desire to get better, you will get better. And what really upsets me that the medical society has really turned against spinal cord injury. If you break your back, they cover everything. If you have a spinal cord injury, after 21 days, typically, you're told your insurance has run out. When I was at Jackson Memorial Hospital, 21 days after his injury, they tapped me on the shoulder and said, tomorrow's your last day. Well, I was shocked There was nobody who warned me that this was going to happen. Literally, we rolled Anthony to the curb, and there I was. I went home. I didn't know what I was going to do. It was crazy, but I got on the phone. I found a great rehab center in California, in Carlsbad. Found out that they were the best. Got the owner on the phone. They said there was a year waiting list, and that changed over the phone. And we flew there. We flew there in 2 days. Not only did we get in, thank God, but he trained them. He was the trainer. But we ended up joining hands with them, Walk with Anthony. We brought a lot of people to Project Walk. They're no longer in existence. But then we went to different rehab centers, but it costs a lot of money. You need at least 3 days, 3 hours a day at $150 an hour. It costs a lot of money. And that's why, you saw the video of us giving out grants to these people and their reactions. I mean, it's like, you can't put a price to help somebody. And what we do, we give the grants, and then we want them to learn. Like Anthony has a whole garage now of workout. He knows how to roll up, do things himself, work out, lift, and he learns what he needs. Stand-up machine. It's $21,000. Insurance doesn't cover it, but he stands every day. You have to get the blood flowing to your feet. You got to stand. FES bike that stimulates your legs. There's so many wonderful equipment out there, but it's just not affordable to the average person.
Yeah.
So, but it's a long process, but you see, I could tell you stories of people who got hurt and how wonderful they're doing today. So there is light at the end of the tunnel, but we need money. We need money. And if we had the money to help every person, everything would change, but we don't have it. So like this gala, we're hoping that we make at least $1 million. If we do, we can help 200 people get their first grant and off the ground. So, we have 530 people in our database waiting for help.
And this is the October 24th event you're talking about, this coming up next month. Well, Micki, the thing that I think that just distinguishes what you do, and I see your drive and purpose, and all over it in your beautiful book. But at the same time that you're helping financially, you're listening to the stories, you're giving hope, even before the money has changed hands. There's such a heartfelt, we're with you. You and Anthony have a large family. I think a lot of families that feel isolated, and then on top of it, not having the resources and the access to care and all of that debilitating on top of everything else, feeling that the hopelessness, but you take care of that too. You bring the smiles, you bring the positivity. You can't make the hardships go away or, change the events, that have created, the injury, but you do almost everything you can.
We do everything we can. I could tell you story after story after story. I mean, I'm on the phone every day talking to someone's parents or sister or brother who got hurt. I was in a restaurant the other night, and a guy rolled in his power wheelchair with 3 people, and they went to eat, and I saw the caregiver feeding him, and I always go up to anybody in a wheelchair and I was, what happened? How did it happen? How do you do it? It's just my natural instinct. So I waited for them to finish dinner. When they were leaving, I went outside and I said, hey, I'm Micki Purcell with Walking with Anthony. You don't know me, but blah, blah, blah. I gave him a hug. I said, what happened? He goes, I got shot. And I said, oh my God. To make a long story short, I had him crying, and then I had him smiling. I invited him to my event. He's coming. His family's coming. They're going to see people in his position, where they are today, how they started. This is going to be the most inspirational night that he has experienced since he got hurt. And I'm going to change his life. And I told him, I said, this was your lucky night. You're lucky you came to this restaurant. So I got him, but I gave him hope. I gave him inspiration. I mean, that's who we are.
Yeah.
But you're also fearless because you're not afraid to walk up to someone you don't know and go, I see you and I want to know your story. And I think that it's a powerful, important thing, but I mean, you're a warrior.
It's very powerful. You see, we honored the CEO of the Christopher Reeve Foundation of 17 years, and it's just very inspirational. And I'm excited for you to see what kind of event we put on, but it's, I'm excited. We have a lot of people coming that we've helped in wheelchairs, and we really put on an inspirational evening that no one will ever forget.
Wow.
So, but you said also that mentoring has helped your family and helped redefine not only I think Anthony's purpose, but your own and
Look,
help
I
with your
have
own.
all my family, I send them all the information. They all stay on top. Just to give you an example, my granddaughter is 16 years old.
Mm.
She's a senior in high school. And she was 1 year old when Anthony got hurt. Okay.
Oh, right. Yeah.
She wrote a paper for her high school homework
Mm-hmm.
about walking with Anthony. And I cried for an hour with this
Oh,
girl picked up
oh my
over the
gosh.
years.
Oh,
And she goes,
jeez.
I'm a warrior for walking with Anthony. If you could,
Yeah.
as a matter of fact, I'm going to read it at the event. I forgot about, but it is so unbelievable that what she talked about the years through. And then
Yeah.
I have pictures and videos of her hanging onto the back of his wheelchair and kissing him.
Right.
But I mean, it's amazing. And our whole family is connected. We look at least once every quarter, somebody in my family finds out about a spinal cord victim and says, hey, you got to help them.
Yeah.
Stop sitting there saying, who are we going to help? My heart goes out for young people because they have their whole lives ahead of them, but
Yeah.
everyone should have an opportunity to live their life better.
Mm-hmm.
And it just
Yeah.
bugs the hell out of me that insurance is they've turned their backs, the medical society, but I'm going to change it. I've already been in touch with a couple of Trump's best friends.
I can hear that. Yeah.
I'm gonna get in front of him. Remember I said it, and I'm going to change this. So but
Go, Micki.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna change it.
We'll
You'll
be
see.
cheering you on, right? But I love what you said about your granddaughter because that's her life. So, Anthony's in a wheelchair and, right, let's get on with it. There's stuff to do. It's the
Yeah,
little champion within her,
yeah, and
right? That you just go.
she's a warrior, and she convinced the principal of the school when she was in grade school to have everybody wear a Walking with Anthony shirt, and then everyone would contribute like $10 to the charity. We raised like $600, but it was cool that she did it.
Yeah.
They've
Yeah.
had lemonade stands. My two granddaughters have had lemonade stands for Walking with Anthony on the street. I mean,
Yeah.
it's crazy, but you know,
Yeah.
it's good that people realize that helping people is very rewarding. And I'm just passionate because I know I've seen my son get better, healthier. You've seen the video of him when he was hurt. Did you see the video of him trying to put shoes on? Just
Yes. Oh my gosh.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah,
and
and he
there,
wanted to give up. You could see that he was like over and over again ready to bail, but there were
I
people around him
know.
who were not going to have it. He was going to stick with it and get it done, right?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I dragged him out of bed every day and threw him in a car, drove him to rehab. He
Yeah.
knew he wasn't going to get away with it. But Anthony was an athlete, and he knew what it took to work hard, strive. But he has really beat all odds, and I still think he's going to do some great things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
There's
my
some clinical
goodness.
trials coming up that I'm looking at. I've looked at everything out there, and there's some new stem cells that are coming into the United States that I'm excited about. So, yeah, we're getting the word out to as many people as we can, and we need money. If anyone's listening out there, go to my website, walkingwithanthony.org, and donate and change somebody's life.
Yeah. The other thing that you're doing, though, the ADA is not that old. And I think there's still issues that I'm aware of in Illinois where maintenance for things like curb cuts, it's like, oh, it's optional. I'm not going to do that. You are doing such a service in general about people who navigate differently, those who use wheelchairs, that curb cuts aren't an option. That's you have to continue to have the rallying cry for things that are essential but can't be forgotten.
I was in Ocean City, Maryland. We have a family reunion every year, and 200 people because our family's so big. My mother was in an apartment building, and I went to visit her. And this was about 4 years ago. There was no way for a wheelchair to get upstairs. They had an elevator, but there were stairs.
No.
Well, when I got to the people who own that building, when I got to the right people, next year there was a ramp. So
Yes.
If I walk into a restaurant, there's no way. I mean, I'm an advocate. I'll go in there. You'll hear my mouth all over the place. I am not.
Yes. Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
I'm an advocate for that. But
Yeah.
it's, and if I see someone pull into a parking lot that's for handicap, and I know damn well they're not handicapped, I'll go right up to them.
Yeah.
And I'll write down their license plate, scare the hell out of them. They run out of there. So,
You go.
This
no,
is
but it's
the 35th anniversary of the American for
Yeah.
Disabilities Act, right?
Yeah.
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 1990. Yeah.
Have you seen things improve in your?
I've seen things improve, but they're not there 100% yet.
Yeah.
They got a ways to go.
Right.
So, but yeah, I've seen them improve. But it's amazing how I was thrown into this. I mean, in an instant, in a second, my life completely changed, and I haven't stopped. It's crazy.
I mean, good for you for taking up the.
Yeah.
Taking
But
up
I've
the
got to
ball.
ask, what do you do to take care of yourself? Because you do a lot for a lot of people. What do you do to take care of
Well,
you?
first of all, I'm involved in different businesses. This is not my only business. But I get up every morning and I get on the treadmill. I say my prayers. I work out. I eat healthy. I keep myself in shape. And I don't stop all day. So but it's, it's rewarding. It's a lot of work, but when you have a mother on the phone crying, thanking me, oh my God, thank you so much. I could have never, that's so rewarding to me that I'm changing somebody. I'm giving them hope. Like, you guys said, it's just, and I want to say that my niece, Tanya, it's crazy, but when all this happened, she was at my side. She's been with me 15 years and she works me right now. We're planning this event and she stays at my apartment with me and we get up in the morning and we sit there and crunch it out. So many details. This event is, I can't wait for you to see the event last year. We'll see what we do. But she's been at my side and I don't know why, but she has, and it's great. So, I mean, we're lean and mean and we have a lot of people that do a lot for us, a lot of, auction items and donations and things like that. But we work really hard and every penny goes to someone. I have not taken a dime from this. So it's really important to me to help as many people as we can. And it's amazing the different emails every day I read about someone getting shot, someone slipping and falling, diving in the pool, diving in the ocean, surfing. There's so many accidents happening out there. And the fact that insurance won't help these people, it's just, it's horrific.
Yeah, it's shameful, just shameful.
Terrible.
And I have to ask that, it was Anthony's cousin and his name begins with a B, Bernie? No?
Bernie, that's who saved
Bernie?
his life.
Right, but I mean, I started to sob when I read that part of your book about the accident because I think if I captured it correctly, it was kind of cold for going swimming. And Anthony and Bernie were kind of talking about it. And it's that
Bernie,
like in a little moment, he chose not to dive in, but his cousin Anthony did. And I think, you're so forthcoming in what you write, but those are the moments that hang with the survivors, the bystanders. So,
if he dove in with them, Anthony wouldn't be here today.
Right. Right. But the fact that you include that, because it forever changed your whole family in a variety of ways. But my heart kind of still goes out to him, right?
Yes.
Yeah, in a different way.
Right.
Oof.
You mentioned this, your event, which is Stand Up for a Cause. It's on October 24th in Newport Beach. Do I have that right?
Yes, you do.
Can you say more about what's the program is for that night?
The program is a huge event, 400 people. Wow. It's red carpet, media. We have, it's a sit-down dinner, beautiful speakers, surprises, silent auction, live auction, the best band in town. It's a lot of fun. And anyone who attends will never miss another one. So it's so much fun. And people come in and they see what we're doing and they're very generous. And it's just a wonderful evening. It's a great time at the Balboa Bay Club, which is a resort in Newport Beach, California.
That's a beautiful resort. Yeah.
It's right on the water and we have a beautiful ballroom. It's just a lot. I mean, the night goes fast. It's fun. You meet a lot of great people. You'll see people that have progressed, people who just gotten hurt, CEOs of companies. We're honoring Hoag Hospital, the doctors of the Spine Institute. They'll all be there. We're honoring the Dr. Daniel Amen. We're honoring Ali Stroker, who is the actor in the wheelchair. So there's a lot going on, and it's going to be a great evening. And anyone listening that lives in the area, I suggest you attend and come up to me and let me know you heard this podcast. And I think it'll be really fun for you to come and see who we all are.
Yeah. It sounds amazing. Yeah. You mentioned Tony Award-winning actress Ali Stoker. She's been in a wheelchair since she was 2 or 3. Yep. Amazing.
And she's done a lot. If you Google her, she's done a lot, and she's a force to be reckoned with in the SCI community. She's doing a lot more that she'll announce when she's ready, but she's very, very involved, and I'm really excited for her to fly from New York and come visit us. So it's exciting.
Amazing.
Well, and we can't endorse your book enough. It's as a companion, to this podcast, and, how mission driven you and Anthony and Walking with Anthony, all that your philanthropy is doing. We encourage people to also read the book, because there's so much there that we see your heart, Micki.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys really digging in and peeling the layers. I appreciate that.
Well, Micki,
you guys are doing great things too. I appreciate your podcast and getting the word out. It's great, and I'm honored to be here today, and I appreciate your time.
Thank you, Vicki. You are our force, and we are just delighted to spend this time with you. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for listening. Our music was written for us by the incredible duo of Jack Campora and Rob Koenig. For show notes and more great inspiration, see avitiva.com, avitiva.com.